Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Sony Michel, his first carry. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now they'll run it on the toss. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Watson, a hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. At their own 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. At their own 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. He's got his 6'5 receiver, that's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Michel. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Watson. It's complete. Stills. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check 52, 54.
Here to his running back. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He's brought down back at the 16-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Hey, 31! 56, right there, 56. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D, we're pretty quiet.
A shotgun snap for Watson, and that is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we do?
It got his man complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
Yellow, 180. Hey, come on now, come on now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing now is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, switch gears.
To throw is Watson. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And remember, this is the number 1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Switch.
On second down, Michelle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. Joseph now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Attack! Chopper!
Mahomes to throw once more. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A very solid gain of 27. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Mahomes again, sliding out of the pocket. He's going to, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Patrick Mahomes, as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Samson Ebukam has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got alert, alert.
From his goal line here, Watson looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And some room to work. And that pick just sets them up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Eric Ebron, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Michel. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw, Watson. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. On first down, Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Third down.
Mike, set. 18. 55, Mike.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
24.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's more on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and
this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A big play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more.
Makes the score Redskins 45.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watching you find. All day.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Following the penalty, Michel. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Set. 19. Check 56. 54. To you. 54.
From the gun, here's Watson being chased out left. Room to run past midfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 44-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground is Michel. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
19, 56. Let's put him on the buses.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Watson now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the...
And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Washington. 53 yards. Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it brings up 3rd down.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Watson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Set. 19.
5. Let's go, D.
Let's go.
They'll run it. This is Michelle. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And it's third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those